From backstage, a young girl waits. She is small, barely tall enough to reach the microphone stand comfortably. Her hands are clasped together, not shaking, but steady, as if she is holding onto something invisible yet powerful. Her name is Grace. She is only 11 years old. Her dress is simple, her hair neatly tied back, and around her neck hangs a small silver cross. It glints softly under the stage lights whenever she moves. This cross is not just jewelry. It is a reminder, a prayer, and a promise. As her name is called, Grace takes a deep breath and walks onto the stage. The crowd applauds politely, unsure of what is coming. The judges smile, offering encouragement. She reaches the center of the stage and looks out at the sea of faces. For a moment, her eyes scan the audience, but then they lift upward, just slightly, as if she is looking beyond the room, beyond the lights, beyond the cameras. One of the judges asks the usual question, asking her name and where she's from. Grace answers softly but clearly. Her voice has a calmness that feels unusual for someone her age standing on such a massive stage. Then comes the question that changes everything. Why did you choose to come on the show? Grace pauses. The pause is long enough that the audience leans in. The room grows quieter. She swallows, takes another breath, and then begins to speak. She says she is here for her dad. Her father is a Marine. He has served overseas for many years. He has missed birthdays, holidays, and school events. Sometimes, he has been gone so long that it feels like time itself stretches and bends. She says that when he is away, she sings. She sings because it makes her feel close to him. She sings because it makes her feel less afraid. And she sings because her dad always told her that when she sings, it sounds like she is praying. Grace explains that her father taught her to pray every night. When he was home, they would kneel together by her bed. When he was away, they prayed at the same time, no matter where they were in the world. She says tonight, she wants to sing a prayer. Not just for her dad, but to Jesus, because that is where she sends her hopes when she doesn't know where else to put them. The judges' expressions begin to change. Smiles soften. Eyes glisten. The audience is no longer just watching a performance. They are being invited into something deeply personal. Grace is asked what she will be singing. She says it is a song she wrote herself. A song she sings every night before bed. A song she has sung through fear, through loneliness, and through love. The music begins. It is simple. A gentle piano melody that feels almost like a heartbeat. Grace closes her eyes. When she opens her mouth to sing, the sound that comes out is not what anyone expects. Her voice is pure, clear, and filled with an emotion that feels far older than her years. It is not loud. It does not need to be. It carries the weight of truth. She sings to Jesus. She sings about waiting. She sings about trusting when the world feels dangerous. She sings about watching the door and hoping that one day, it will open and her dad will walk through it again. She sings about strength, not the kind that comes from muscles or armor, but the kind that comes from faith. Every word feels like it is lifted from her heart and placed gently into the room. The camera cuts to the judges. One judge has already begun to cry. Another is pressing their lips together, trying to hold back emotion. The audience is silent, not because they are told to be quiet, but because no one wants to interrupt this moment. It feels sacred. Grace's voice rises slightly as the song reaches its center. She sings about fear. About the nights when she hears news stories and wonders if her dad is safe. About the mornings when she pretends to be brave for her mom. About asking Jesus to watch over her father when she cannot. Her voice cracks just a little, not from lack of skill, but from the weight of what she is saying. That small crack shatters something in the room. Tears begin to fall openly now. People in the audience wipe their eyes. Some hold hands. Some bow their heads. Grace continues, unaware of the effect she is having, or perhaps fully aware and simply trusting the moment. She sings about hope. About believing that love travels farther than distance. About believing that prayers are heard, even when answers take time. As the final note approaches, the piano softens. Grace lowers her voice to almost a whisper. She sings one last line, asking Jesus to bring her Marine dad home safely. She holds the note, steady and true, and then lets it fade into silence. For a second, no one moves. No one claps. No one speaks. The silence is heavy, but not uncomfortable. It feels like the kind of silence that comes after something important has happened. Then, slowly, the audience rises to their feet. Applause erupts, not wild or loud at first, but deep and full, growing stronger with every second. It becomes a standing ovation that seems to go on forever. Grace opens her eyes. She looks confused, almost surprised. Tears fill her own eyes now, not from sadness, but from release. She bows her head slightly, clutching the microphone with both hands. One of the judges stands up. Their voice shakes as they speak. They say they have seen thousands of performances on this stage, but this was different. This was not just a song. It was a prayer. Another judge says that Grace reminded everyone why this show exists. Not just for talent, but for moments that bring people together. Then something unexpected happens. The big screen behind the stage flickers to life. Grace turns around, confused. The screen shows a video feed. A man in a Marine uniform appears. He is standing in a quiet room, eyes already wet with tears. It is her dad. The audience gasps. Grace's hands fly to her mouth. She begins to cry openly now. Her father speaks. He says he has watched every second. He says that hearing his daughter sing to Jesus for him is the greatest honor of his life. He says that every night, when he was afraid, he thought of her voice. He tells her that he is proud of her, not just for singing, but for being brave. Grace tries to speak but cannot. She simply nods, tears streaming down her face. The judges are crying openly now. The audience is sobbing. There is no attempt to hide it. Her father says one more thing. He says he has orders to come home. The room explodes. Grace collapses to her knees, overwhelmed. The judges rush to the stage. The audience cheers through tears. It is chaos, but it is beautiful. As the moment settles, one judge reaches for the golden buzzer. They speak softly, saying that faith, love, and courage deserve to be celebrated. The buzzer is pressed. Gold confetti rains down from the ceiling, shimmering like light itself. Grace looks up, eyes wide, surrounded by gold. She laughs and cries at the same time. She holds her cross tightly and looks up, whispering thank you. This moment spreads across the world. Clips of Grace singing to Jesus for her Marine dad go viral. People from every background share the video. Some talk about faith. Some talk about sacrifice. Some talk about the power of a child's voice to heal grown hearts. On social media, veterans comment, saying they felt seen. Parents comment, saying they hugged their children tighter. People who had lost faith say they felt something stir inside them again. It is more than a performance. It becomes a reminder. In interviews after the show, Grace says she never expected an. On social media, veterans comment, saying they felt seen. Parents comment, saying they hugged their children tighter. People who had lost faith say they felt something stir inside them again. It is more than a performance. It becomes a reminder. In interviews after the show, Grace says she never expected any of it. She says she just wanted her dad to know she loved him. She says she will keep singing, but no matter where she goes, she will always sing her prayers the same way. Her father returns home weeks later. There are photos of their reunion. No stage, no lights, just a family holding each other. Grace later sings the same song at a small church, her voice just as strong, just as full of meaning. On America's Got Talent 2025, there are many incredible acts. But this one stands apart. Because it was not about winning. It was about connection. It was about faith. It was about a little girl who sang to Jesus Christ for her Marine dad, and in doing so, touched millions. As the season continues, judges and fans alike refer back to that night. They call it one of the most emotional moments in the show's history. And whenever the clip plays, people still cry, even if they've seen it 100 times. Because some moments are timeless. Some songs never fade. And some prayers, once sung, echo forever. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs hope today. Stay with us for more unforgettable moments, and remember, sometimes the smallest voices carry the greatest power.